Yeah, when I'm sorry, I speak in Chinese, sorry. When my good friend and Xiao called me 2 weeks ago, said I get an award from CIE, birth 100 years old. CIE. It's not CIA, I'm sorry. That's where Gongji said that we have some trouble there. Yeah, CIE that I said, you know, why you wait for 80 years to give me an award? I'm waiting for a long time. I get many awards, many other places. I've been waiting for engineer award. But today I come here, I said, whoa, why I don't get an award from Engineer Association? I recall me back when I was in colleges, Tsinghua University and high school and primary school. I was always at the bottom of the class. I feel very inferior. I come here, sitting here like those great people, you know, successful entrepreneurs, successful, wonderful. It's like I go back 40, 50, 60 years ago again. It's always at the bottom class. It took me 6 years to graduate from a college. It took me 8 years to finish 6 years high school. So when I graduated, I was like, you guys graduated 22, I graduated 28. I can't manage school. I do a lot of friends, we play basketball, nothing else, but I studied twice longer. But all my friends started 1 hour, started 3 hours, 4 hours. I can't even catch up, always the bottom class. So anyway, I asked, especially come here, feel very at home actually. I was 20 years engineer. I have greatest respect to my great friend, Dani. She started this organization back, how many years ago? 39. I don't know it. Dani, I don't know you're not that old. You're okay, man. But anyway, you know, I have great respect to the smart people since I was born. And like Gong Xinxian, those guys, you know, they're just smart, great, kind people. So my daddy told me, he said, I'm one of 9 kids born in a farm in China during World War II. So my daddy says, you know, Sisi, don't feel bad about it. You're born that way. You're not born versus Chinese use negative encouragement, you know, versus here. You know. You're the stupidest kid I have among 9. You Chinese say it's a 最笨的. You understand Chinese? Some of you understand Chinese. So don't feel bad that you're born that way. But my daddy was very smart. You know. Of course, I didn't know my mom because I was the last guy from my mom. I have a stepmother later, but so I never remember my mom. 6 months, I was the last person. She passed away because in the farm we didn't have doctors' medical care. You know, the whole farm in China, nothing. You live and die yourself. You know. But anyway, so then went to school after World War II in Chongqing, and I was terrible. My sisters all passed me like this. Went to Taiwan after communists took over. That was even worse. Anyway, so couldn't find a job after university. You know, many of us in Taiwan during that time. So all come up, other countries come here, not because I want to come here. I can't find a job. I can't find a job. Can't have a family. You know, so many of them left. I was one of those guys. She died in those probably, you know, she come here by airplane, you know, have an apartment like that. We didn't have anything, you know, off the boat, 20 bucks in the pocket, no family, no friends, no English, no nothing. So just like many immigrants to America, you know, especially so-called engineers like us. So anyway, I worked as, you know, finally met my wife. So I was talking that Hong Min, she said, what do you want to talk about? I said, well, maybe you can't talk about engineering, you're not a very good engineer. You're not smart to be an entrepreneur. And those people, those guys here, like CIE SF, those guys where you CIE, the Mountain J, chairperson, those guys. So Regina feels, she just told me earlier, said, Cici, I feel sorry, you have to be there talking to guys that are 10 times, 100 times smarter than you. Well, maybe that's the reason why I saw your today's subject is engineer and career in changing world. Maybe I can share some of my little life to see. Then you only have 5 minutes. Well, can't do that either. So make it short. Something that maybe in the changing world, changing world. People like me didn't really not good. Mathematics terrible, languages are terrible, no skill. So anyway, I was laid off after working 20 years with Bechtel Floor Corporation. I became chief engineer in 10 years. For 15 years, I couldn't move up. And by the time 18 years come, I was laid off. I was 49, almost 50 years old. So Regina said, well, we're broke. I was wish I could stay as an engineer for life. Very comfortable, same people report to you and the same work. The restroom, where the doors are, you don't have to worry about it. I get scared when I get outside. So I said, well, I wish I can stay here for my life, but it's not up to me. Anyway, so when I had 3 daughters, 2 went to college, 1 was going. No more money. I can't even pay the house mortgage. And Regina was a social worker, didn't have much money. So I started, well, I didn't have a choice. I wasn't smart. I said, what do I do? Okay, I start business with something, and like all the Chinese do, I have a restaurant or something, at a corner somewhere, And so I was looking around, I thought the business will be more fair. There's not much prejudice, discrimination like that in big company I work for. So I won't be laid off, when the time you need, just build a career, build a family. So I do some business. But when I was an engineer, I wanted to do is I want to retire. So I have some money to retire. So I said, okay, I want it in my life. I just have a dream to own a 100-unit apartment so I can retire with my family, support my family. I didn't understand what I was thinking about. I didn't understand anything about it. So I started borrowing money from friends, families, start fixed up stuff on weekends. So 18 years I was laid off. I started to have about 100 units, but I still owe back the money. So anyway, because that helped me, that I learned about American system, the law, the laborers, the neighborhood, the black, Hispanics, the rich, poor, that type of people. I learned about it during the engineering time. I forced myself because I had to survive. I was not a very smart engineer, right? And that helped me. So then I had some money and understand the American system outside engineering office, the T-square stuff, So I was there where I met Tommy Sui, Jinsha's right there, her husband, Tsinghua University engineer. He had us to do some direct sales, not me, my wife. My wife said, Cici, just carry back for me. You can sell cosmetics, jewelry, you don't understand. So, okay, I just carry bags, driving car. So I learned about it, how the world works. Anyway, so what I'm saying that one of the Chinese guys said, well, Cici, you have no job. Just McDonald's for sale in Oakland. You want to buy? I said, I want to buy anything. I will sell my property to buy anything, any price. Because I have no job and no future. Like I'm going back again 20 years ago when I come to America, I landed in Los Angeles outside the port, no immigration, I walk in, I didn't have any passport. I was illegal, basically. You know? So I said, well, I'm back to the ocean again, you know, my life in America. I do anything. So I went there, it's owned by a black guy. I didn't know where, I didn't know, I thought America is always same like my office. Same people, same style, same talk, same culture. I didn't understand America. So I knew it's no problem, okay? The guy wanted to sell McDonald's at 3 times more price. I didn't know the price, as any price. So the guy said, the guy was a retired police chief, Oakland, black guy, carry guns, you know, this guy, I didn't know that. So McDonald's says, well, you're not qualified. I said, oh, because you don't speak language, you understand English, you have no people skill, you don't know business, you don't know money, you don't know nothing about it. So what happened, I took him to the court because bankruptcy is supervised by the court. The judge is a black judge, said this is not fair. So McDonald's has five top lawyers. I had nothing, I was myself. I didn't understand the court system. The judge says, not fair. This is a Chinese engineer. He doesn't understand American system. It's not fair, you say he's not qualified. Go back, have him put in a system, prove to me he's not qualified. You understand law, right? They had to prove now. I didn't have to prove it. I didn't understand the American law system. But anyway, I just went ahead. It's 24 months. You work 20 hours a week. You do everything. You work from bottom up. You wash dishes. You do everything. You know, you fix equipment. You cook. You know everything. I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand English. But anyway, I want to understand, you know, engineering language and nothing else. So anyway, 24 months. I finished 4 months. I was sleeping in the car, and they can't fire me because everything was on top. You know, I was last in my engineering class, but I was the best in McDonald's system. Think about it. You understand that, right? I was, the first time, I said, man, I'm good. First time I've never been, I thought I was in the bottom. Now, first time, whoa. So this don't worry about it. They said, well, I'm going to give Mr. Yin a location. In 3 months, either he's in the bankrupt, he'll be killed. I didn't know that. Of course, it's after almost 7 years, they told me. The police also told me after 7 years, because I become close friend with them. They liked us so much, but before that, they didn't tell us. They also told me that the policeman too will help him become McDonald 2 more minutes, they said. Now I go by Chinese time. I will tell the story. It's a good story for you guys to hear. Young Engineers by Shidani is the one that later inspired us into this so-called civic political empowerment work in America. Shidani is one of those guys. Anyway, I learned was so over there was occupied by the gangsters and the prostitute. Police won't come, you call 911, don't show up. So I went to talk to police chief, mayor, they said, CC can't help you. We have to protect ourselves. We can't protect ourselves, get killed. So, okay. And I said, well, I'm an American citizen. I pay taxes. I have a right to be protected. You know how the engineer thinking about it? It's not real world, right? I thought it's real world. They said, CC, you don't understand. You have a right, but you're dead. So I said, okay, I understand. I understand real world. So I went to the bank. The bank has all the guard and the iron bars, borrow money. They don't loan me the money. It was 18% time, interest rate. I say, why you don't loan me the money? I have a business, but I need the money. She said, why you need the money? I said, because I'm losing money. I can't pay my payment. Said, Mr. Yin, you understand we bank don't loan money to poor people? Right? And you guys, Victor, you understand that, right? We only loan a person like Shidani in those guys, right? So I start understand real world is not about right or wrong or you're right. That's how I learned from those guys. Same way in this world. Truly, we have to be right or wrong, but in the real world, in the competition, not right or wrong. That's why the Chinese were excluded 1882 and killed, barred from coming. That's why Japanese were put in the camp. It's not because they're right or they're wrong. You understand that? The real world outside is real tough. Outside the engineering office I was. So I had to learn how to survive. First, I had to learn how to kiss asses with McDonald Corporation, with the mayor's police and stuff, and with gangsters. Like don't kiss with a prostitute. But, I basically had to back them. Hey, please stay out here. So we'll give some burgers later to you, all that stuff. So it's just unbelievable. But anyway, so I asked Regina, I said, could you please help me out? Now here I want to thank Regina because she married me not because I was good looking or rich or smart. It's because she thinks that this guy had no mother and almost no father. She just cares. You know, mother, woman likes to take care of you, right? So that's how she married me. That's good though, but so, she never liked what I do, never. So, because just I can do a good job, So, McDonald, no, that's wrong. You get killed, you lost money, and you're crazy, So, after I said, okay, don't come to see me. If after 1 year I'm still alive, I'll invite you back. So before that, Regina said, Cici, you will have no more money. I said, how do you know? The bank shows no money. Oh, I see. So I said, okay, can you come here help me? So she helped me organize communities, serve the communities, the church schools, the blacks, all that. We work with blacks, Hispanics, all that. So 3 years later, the blacks said, well, you guys okay, can stay. 5 years later, we become very popular because we're there serving their people. We say, okay, you guys do what you do. We're not here to do anything except to serving your parents, your children, your grandparents. They have a nice place to go to. Finally, they like that. It's their place. They like that. And before, they were just shooting at you and rob you, kick, everything. But and so I joined NAACP. They gave me an award from NAACP, honor black. So so McDonald didn't like that. Didn't like it very much. So when I stayed, my wife, my 3 daughters says, well, we don't want to stay there. No way. So I had to move out. But so anyway, we moved out. And since then, we become, my time is up. But the story is that after 15 years, that we become one of the best, largest in the nation. And in that process, we found out in California, 18 years ago, was 0 elected Chinese Asian in the state government. That was a dangerous sign because when Darlene's group started this internship programs with America, I learned about how important that is. So we formed this so-called national foundation, a PAPA foundation, is to help Chinese Asians, young generation, your generation, and become leaders in America, in the corporate level, in the community, in the government. Today that you mentioned about, we have helped elect 20 now Chinese Asians to the state. One of them is running for governor, so vote for Jiang Chang, the first Asian Chinese governor in California. So again, thank you for the award. I'm very, very proud and thankful. I'm proud to be a great engineer. Engineers are great people on earth, helping build a country in China, America, the world. Please continue to build those great things you build. You're serving the public, not us. We're here just follow your footsteps, your intelligence, your service. I benefit tremendously in the engineer. because the honesty, the hard working, and the service mind, that's what the quality engineers have. So please continue to do what you do the best. Thank you for the award.